Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, and former mortician's assistant. Beware, beware. That might not be a phone jingling in your pocket. Join the Nevermorians for morning mischief and madness at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Your sense of humor is the only thing you need to wear.
Right here. Don't tell him. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore for Thursday, May 28th, 2020. Hope you're having a good morning so far. Welcome to Friday Eve. All right. And already the cool people are showing up. Oh, my goodness. I'm so excited. Jen Thompson, glad to see you as always. Please say hello to me because if you're here live, I don't get notice that you're here all the time. So please say hello. And even if you're watching on the rerun, say hello anyway because we love it. And anyway, Christian Basil showed up. I came to see Brian's Monster. Magnifying glass not required. No, in fact, you're going to need a wide angle lens, my friend. Hope you're having a great morning, Christian. Don't forget Legends of the Traveling TARDIS podcast. You will want to listen to that because Christian's a great guy and a really great show presenter. And Russell Allen says, good morning, Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Russell. Hope you're having a great morning. And Carl Witzman, hey, to you as well. And oh, there she is. Mwah. Hey there, and on time for you. No, you're on time, period, Sarah. Well, glad to have you here, hon. And let's see, we've also got Paul Roof. Good morning to you, sir. Paul's a great broadcaster, great reviewer, great writer, and check out his stuff on YouTube. And I know he's going to put up his links, just as you're going to put up your links to the pages you represent. And there's some clown that keeps putting things in after the fact on our YouTube page about his porn site. Please ignore him because every time he comes up, I'm just going to delete his stuff and I'm going to block him. So you know, and because he doesn't have any dino porn on him, what's his problem? Anyway, Jen Thompson, hello, people. What? Nothing for me? Anyway, mwah, I love you, Jen. Hope you're having a great morning. Jen is one of the chief hands at Neil Leaf Press, and she's awesome, and I adore her. And next is Christian Basil. Nevermind the Furthermore. I mean, more never the Furtherminder. I mean, nevermore the Furthermind. I mean, quotes the Raven, nevermore. WTF, here's Brian. Where else would I be? So anyway, you're awesome, Christian. And Amy Hale says, good morning, all. Amy, mwah. So glad to see you. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. And don't forget that next week on Clever Title Pending, Amy Hale will be my guest, and she's going to talk books. I'm going to talk books, so we'll have something in common. Plus, we'll probably both be drinking. Anyway, Robert Beatty is back. Daddy Zuckerberg ungrounded me. Well, that's good. You returned the car keys, and you've been behaving ever since. You've been going to bed on time and eating all your vegetables before going to dessert. I'm very proud of you, Robert. And remember, next time you're in Facebook jail, take cigarettes. They're a lot more useful than money. And Christian Basil, hello to me. There we go. Hello. Is it me you're looking for, right? Anyway, all kinds of cool people showing up now. Douglas Deck, hello, everyone. Good morning to you, Douglas. Hope you're doing well. And Jen Thompson made it back. Yay. I'm glad. We miss you. You have been missed on this broadcast, sweetheart. You really have. And hello, Nevermorians from Clyde Hall. There we go. My favorite writer at doomrocket.com and soon-to-be author of a Doc Saga story. So excited and love the intro. Thank you, Jen. That was courtesy of Meredith Lawgren, who has taken me under her wing and let me peer under the giantess's skirt. And one day we'll explain that reference. Hopefully when we know she's here and can be properly humiliated by it. But anyway, no, I'm glad you liked it, and we've got more stuff. See, I wanted this show to look a little slicker from day one, but I lack the brains to get all of it accomplished, and we're slowly easing into it. But Meredith, where did I get a Jennifer? And you're Jennifer, that's it. Anyway, Meredith kicked us into high gear on this, and it's one of those things, well, here's what I'd like, and then suddenly it magically appears, and I'm like trying to catch up with her for the rest of the time. So anyway, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. I'm really happy with it. I really am. And catching up on people I have not said hello to, and I've been remiss about that. Who else have I not? Oh, Brian Rose. I've not said hello to Brian Rose. Good morning, friends. Good morning to you, my friend. I hope you're doing well this morning. And Carl Witzman, don't delete me. No. You've been posting the dino porn from your private stash, so you're actually going to become a super user, so to speak, and a super self-abuser. Anyway, Paul Ruff has a link to his YouTube channel. Please check it out. And if you have books or comics you'd like to have reviewed by Paul, definitely get in touch with him so that he can get a hold of your stuff. Anyway, Donna Carlene is here. Hi, everyone. Mwah, Donna, glad to see you. Glad to see you Tuesday night. That was great. And Teresa Dunn, good morning all. Mwah to you. Hope you're having a great morning. And you too, Charles F. Millhouse. Howdy, back at you. Sarah says, considering I'm a creature of the night and go to bed at the ass crack of dawn, this is worth being up for. Well, you know what? We're up when we see you too. I mean, we're glad we're up and you're here. Anyway, love you. That's something we started doing, that Sarah got us doing. She started on Uncle Carl's Drunken Rant, which, by the way, is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on his Secret Humor page, which I call the worst kept secret in the Western world. But Carl has a wonderful page that every time I go there, I can't help but smile. I really do. It warms the black hole in the middle of my chest that where should be the human heart. But no, we're glad you're here. We're always glad you're here, hon. We really are. You help make this show a lot of fun, Sarah. And Groucho Marx says, you said the secret word, porn, says Christian Basil. I don't know how much of a secret it is, considering it's frequently a topic of this show. And Jennifer Thompson mocks me with her laughter. And Facebook, IABE515. That's right. And we're still on for July. I think you're still on for July, and I don't have my thing marked. Okay, yes, I do. The 11th and 12th at Valley West Mall, 1551 Valley West Drive in West Des Moines on the 11th and 12th. That's a busy weekend, or at least it was. As of about 3 months ago, 2 months ago, it started easing up. But anyway, as far as I know, the show is still on, right? I'm trying to find out what the standards are for reopening in Iowa, and I can't find a good site for it. Not even the state has anything that I could find, and I'm a pretty good researcher. And good morning, all. Good morning to you, Eric Hawkins. And I say, everyone, please congratulate Eric. Yesterday was the launch of his Indiegogo campaign for continued funding and to find new customers for the Zombiful World of Oz #2. You can also get a copy of #1 through that program too. But anyway, he also closed out his Kickstarter campaign, and I've got to say, I know he'll give us a final total now that I've prompted him, but he raised he raised, well, it was like $44.95. Just $5 shy of 4,500 even. But anyway, congratulations to you, Eric. I'm so proud of you. And that's going to be a great comic when that comes up. I think you will be happy. And Sarah said, ass drank. Oh, yeah. Here's to Sarah's. Anyway, and Douglas Zach says, working hard on book show search for August. Yeah, that's becoming a challenge, isn't it? I just had one of my big September shows drop out either. And one show I was thinking about going to in the suburbs of Columbus, Ohio, just canceled yesterday. So, which I get. I mean, we still have health concerns, plus the venues that we go to with our shows also will have concerns. And I can imagine they don't want to be held liable either by the city or the state or the county for gathering too many people. And by the same token, they probably don't want a lawsuit because I'm sure the lawsuits are already flying. Hey, I went down to Daytona Beach with 1,500 other people because I'm a selfish idiot, and I'm suing the state of Florida because they didn't protect me from COVID-19. So, yeah, the only thing I've got going that month is a virtual library show that I volunteered to do because I'll do just about anything for libraries. I love libraries. But other than that, my calendar is bare in August, and you know, it used to be my Augusts were very, very packed, but even going into this year, so many of them went to other months. Well, late August, I've never found to be a great month because people are getting ready for school then. And, it could be their kids needing money for books and clothing, or it could be people who are old, in that teen range who are buying their own books and clothes and hardcore drugs. It's like, there's just not a lot of money for shows at that time. And Doc Saga, says Charles F. Millhouse. Oh, yeah. And Captain Hawkland, too. That's been, I admit, I've been going slow on that because I want to do it right. Oh, man, I got to do this right. So it'll be uniquely my story, but I want to make sure the characters ring true. Clyde Hall says, hello, Nevermorians, part 2 by a StreamYard. That's right, by God. That is 2, right? Yeah, that's two. I couldn't find the sweet spot in my classes, and I still might not have. But anyway, Clyde Holland's the person who came up with the term Nevermorians that we stole. Gave a loving home to. Anyway, we're glad you're here, Carl. Hope you and Virginia are doing well today, sir. And good morning, Nevermorians, from Rick Bradley. Good to see you, my friend. And there she is, the lady of the hour, Meredith Lawgren. Good morning, Nevermorians. I hail from the land of YouTube, where we love YouTube. YouTube's getting stronger, and I've got 56. As of last night, I have 56 subscribers to my YouTube channel. And thank you to everyone who subscribed. And thank you to everyone who will subscribe right now. And anyway, no, 56 is a good number. That was my birth year. And it's, if I have any lucky numbers, that's one of them. So, and Meredith, I'm so excited because today we are going to be broadcasting on the OnCon network. We're going to have an interview with Ted Davies, and I'm excited to talk to him because he's got some really cool things he told me about that are happening. That he is totally indie right now, and he immediately the doors started opening. And I think his is a success story. I think all creators need to hear. But anyway, we are going to have a new outro. Now, Meredith, as I said earlier, is responsible for our intro to the shows, and she is currently working on our outros. And she got one for Clever Title Pending, which we will, if I remember, we'll premiere that tonight. So I'm really excited about that, and I'm always excited to see Meredith. Oh, baby, am I excited. Anyway, and Craig Smith, good morning to you, my friend. Brains are overrated. I should know. I have deer hunter relations in northern Florida. Oh, well, are they the ones that every time, the story leads off, Florida man found doing, are they that type? Are they the type that, there's an alligator in my swimming pool. I'll just go in and get him. That sort of thing. So anyway, it's a horde of Jennifers. She said horde, people. Don't get excited, okay? I have to watch that myself. I am working on my diction. So, it is a wealth of Jennifers is what it is, Jen. Anyway, you know that. And Rick Bradley says, on a dare, Sam explores an old house that supposedly was the scene of the grisly murder of a family. He found a little blue marble for proof he was there. After getting home and shining the marble under his light, faces could be seen. Faces in horrible pain. But that's just his imagination, right? Find out in Rick Bradley's first published work, The Marble, in the horror anthology, The Nightmare Collective. You can pick that up on Amazon in paperback and digital form, new from Neo Leaf Press. See, I've been getting your plugs in here, Jennifer. I'm telling you, it's like a friend of mine said there's so many plugs around here, we ought to look for like a power strip. Anyway, Eric Hawkins, we killed it on Kickstarter, and now we are killing it on Indiegogo with 0 pledges and $0. Way to stay the course, Eric. Way to go, my man. I had to go in there and just pledge $1 just to screw you up. But anyway, Eric has also got some unique thank you levels and that you really should check out. Seriously, please, Eric, leave a link to your Indiegogo and let's give this guy some love. And Jen Thompson, lol, delete Carl Witzman, do it. I got better dino porn. Oh, okay. We've got a contest of the Dino Pornsters. Let the games begin. All right. Yeah. And if anybody ever does a search for Dino porn, just don't even think about it. I did one night, and there's just some things you can't see. And Sarah said ass crack. That's right. That's why we love Sarah so. And there's Meredith says Carl Witzman. And Rick Bradley says, if you'd like, check out his website at authorrickbradley.com. I think you should too. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. says, good morning, everyone. Have a wonderful and terrific and very productive day. And you can start that day off by going to TyroneTonyReedJr.com for a look at all the cool things he does. And Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. is going to be a guest on Clever Title Pending very soon. So I'm looking forward to that. And Brian Hawkins, good morning, all. Good morning to you, my YouTube viewing friend. Glad to see you, sir. Hope you're doing well. Paul Ruff, is it just me, or does everyone drink Irish coffee in the mornings while they write? Well, you see, Hemingway started something, and the thing is, if your liver isn't dialing 911 by 11 o'clock in the morning, then you're not doing this right. So no, actually, mine is just regular coffee. I don't even put cream or sugar in it anymore. Just very rarely do I do that. But no, I'm just drinking raw. If it had any less water in it, it would practically be raw coffee. But no, but you do need to drink coffee, for it is the lubricant upon which the gears of creativity grind. There he is, I soon guest star. Ted Davies says, hey, come out and check out my interview at 4 p.m. Eastern today. Brian K. Morris and I will be talking about my new works and some really big announcements from him. Definitely. We will be on the OnCon channel. We'll also be simulcasting it to this page and Rising Tide and on YouTube. So your favorite platforms will feature me and my guest, Ted Davies, today on OnCon. And that reminds me, a little programming note here that starting next week, Nevermind the Furthermore will be on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, unless we have something come up, like on Fridays if we have to go to a show, although so far that's not being much of a danger. So Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays will be Nevermind the Furthermore, and Tuesday nights at 8 p.m., 7 p.m. Central will be Clever Title Pending, where we are settling into an interview format. And I want to really thank everyone the other night because your questions were incredible, for one thing. I've talked to all three of our participants, and they really had a good time, which I think shows. In these videos. If you're miserable, you're going to give crappy answers. But these guys were insightful and fun and humorous, and it was just such a treat to have Meredith Logren and Carl Witzman and Luke Stone on. It was a lot of fun. I had a great deal of fun, and the four of us are going to do this again together soon. But we talked about imposter syndrome, and if you don't know what that is, please watch Clever Title Pending from last Tuesday night. You can see it on YouTube. We also have a playlist of our shows just recently started, and you can also find us on iHeartRadio and Podbean. And also check out geekinsider.com/podcast, and we are on that list too. So we are moving, we are grooving as Meredith Logren takes our career into her hand and massages it gently. And we're open. Iowa is open totally. Holy crap! No wonder I couldn't find anything there. Wow. And I had heard that like Des Moines was COVID central. For the state. Well, of course, I can imagine every big city in Iowa is. That is interesting. Scary and interesting. Anyway, Robert Beatty says, for the moment, I'm already working on getting grounded again. You keep up the good work, Mr. Beatty. Besides, you know that you've got a limited time to do it because President Trump is going to shut down Facebook and Twitter. You do know that, right? Because he said so. And Jen Thompson, let's talk about that comic I got in the mail. Oh, that wonderful comic that looks almost exactly like this. Celebrity Ghost Hunters. Yes, I'm very proud of this. And Eric Hawkins didn't he do a great job on this, Jen? Seriously, my artist, Eric Hawkins. I think he captured these guys because I've seen their photos, and he nailed all of them. He really did. And also we have a celebrity appearance. We have a woman being clutched by a fence by her breasts, and just all kinds of really good stuff here. And look at that sweet, sweet ride, Eric Drew. Oh my gosh, I had a cargasm when I saw that thing. That was lovely. That was pure lovely. But anyway, yeah, it's called Celebrity Ghost Hunters. It's based on a real life story by that involved Jimmy Starr and Ron Russell, Eileen Shapiro, and the Queen of the Paranormal.com, Kadrosha Ona Carol. And I'm learning to roll my R's when I say her name because she says it and it sounds like freaking poetry. I say it and it sounds like the grunting of a barnyard animal, which is what I do. I grunt a lot around her. But anyway, but no, it's based on a true story where they go to a deserted sanitarium and find out it's not quite empty yet. Anyway, it was a fun story. It is based on a real life incident. And Kadrosha has already said we will do more, and I believe her because she's never lied to me before, and she never will. But anyway, Kadrosha is a lovely lady. Go to queenoftheparanormal.com and check her out. But anyway, Jen, if you have any questions about it, I will field them gladly, and so will Eric, I'm sure, when he's not on his morning conference call. Is due to happen soon. And here we go. If you missed out on the Kickstarter for the Zombieful World of Oz #2, it is now available on Indiegogo with an exclusive cover, and B zombie levels are available. You can be a zombie in Eric's comic. And, that was one thing in Celebrity Ghost Hunters. We had a number of people who got their images put into this book, immortalized forever. And I think it's pretty exciting. And did you just drink to Sarah's ass? I should mention thereof. No, you shouldn't. Yeah, we probably did. Anyway, Sarah knows I love her. I do love you. And Carl said I said ass strength. Yeah, this is the special ass episode of Nevermind the Furthermore, led by the biggest one of all. Anyway, Rick Bradley said, and I just recently shared the cover to Marvin's Night Out on my Facebook page. Check that out at rbradley42. Oh, man, that's exciting. And Kickstarter was great to us. 158 backers pledged a total of $4,495. He asked for $1,500. He gets $4,495. What, you couldn't get $4,500, loser? Come on. Jeez, some people, no ambition whatsoever. No, seriously proud of my man there. I am so proud of this guy. He ran, frankly, I think he ran the Kickstarter campaign that I think should be studied. He had constant updates, interactive with his supporters, offered a variety of really cool items. And I'm proud. I'm proud of what the guy did. And it is not going to be our last collaboration because I will be the editor. I'm the copy editor on that thing and chief zombie counter. To which Eric goes, oh, no, you aren't. Anyway, Carl, this is so meta, Sarah, isn't it, though? Amy Hale, I'm supposed to be at a California show in August, but still waiting to see if that'll go through. Yeah, Amy, that's the one thing. I really have as bad as this current situation can be, I am happy almost when a show cancels out far in advance. I don't want to be halfway packing the car to find out they're not having it. Which is a number of my shows seem to have done lately. And I understand the last second because you think, well, I'm sure they'll open everything up. And, we can be famous like all those people at Lake of the Ozarks or at Fort Lauderdale, Florida a couple months ago. Yeah, those people got all kinds of good press, didn't they? But no, seriously, and I don't want any venue to close, but also safety must be a factor here. And, especially also I'm thinking of places where I have heard of some conventions that are going to observe the state requirements for admission, like limited number of people. But in some shows, that kind of is a red flag for me because how many times have we gone to a show and people just, once they pay their admission, stay there and just hang around to window shop and just basically do nothing, except have the vendors entertain them and see what else they can get for free. It's like I could see like a convention that says, okay, we'll let in first 250 people, then 200 of them don't leave till the lights go out that night. So much for sales, but that's just me being greedy and pessimistic. Anyway, we hope you guys can cure me. Rick Radley says he has started up some RPG lists along with Dave Woodrum at Fishwife Publications on drivethroughrpg.com. And they are also great for writing books. If you're an author, you might want to check some of those random roll lists out. It's basically you get a pair of dice, roll them, and the number tells you what the random encounter is. Do you come up with a conspiracy theorist? Do you run up against an orc? Or like the Tubes used to sing, a baby's arm holding an apple. That will make the job a little more unpredictable and maybe a little more fun for you, the writer. So check them out. Check out those lists. And if you run role-playing games, you've got to get those lists, seriously. And I have been working on one for a list of random generation lists for conspiracy theorists. So anyway, it's good stuff. Check out Drive-Thru RPG, all right? And T.L. Shively, morning, Oracle. Mwah. Oracle loves his evil Lynn. Hey, how you doing this morning, Lynn? Lynn is a fantastic author, got a new book coming up, and we got to check it out. So please link to your work, TL. Please link to your work, my evil Lynn. And all of you, whether you're here live or you're watching us on the rerun, whether you're watching us on my profile page or on the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, or if you're watching on YouTube, well, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe and hit that like button because it makes us happy. And if you don't like us, I get this sharp pain like right here every time you subscribe. So please subscribe and savor my agony. Maybe that'll work. Anyway, please check out the work of C.L. Shively. She's amazing, and we love her. And plus, she did her first live show last weekend. I am so freaking proud of that. That was great. She did a good job. She really did a good job. Eric Hawkins said, just for the Nevermorians, here is the secret link to the early bird of the logo. This level is not visible without this special link, and I'll copy it later. I think. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, check that out. I want the secret link. I really do. I'm a big believer in secret links. In fact, you'll see across the bottom of your screen a crawl that tells you about the Rising Tide newsletter. News, discounts, secret links, all kinds of good stuff. And we are going to run a special sale for the people who subscribe this month. And you can subscribe. Our next newsletter will go out June 1st around 5 p.m. So you've got time, but I wouldn't wait. Please check out that shortened address there, or go to risingtide.pub, not .com, but .pub. And you can sign up for our newsletter at the bottom of the page there, okay? And Carl Witzman says, 57 now. Oh, cool. Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much. That is great. I am so happy. And that is awesome, says C.L. Shively. Yes, awesomeness is spoken here and shared. Can I make a Nevermorian shirt? Jen Thompson, you can. I was thinking maybe, like underwear would be really appropriate, given the tone of the show frequently. But yeah, we'll do. What? Oh, wait a second. What, Cookie? What? Underwear is useful. I'm wearing underwear today. Whew, that was close. That was Cookie. As if you couldn't guess. Hi, Cookie. She's not speaking to me now because I'm talking to other people about my underwear. Love you, honey.
Love you.
Oh, you must. And Matt Shore, good morning, Matt. Glad to see you here. Saw your thing on OnCon yesterday, the review of your new Kickstarter. Talk about it. Will you talk about it now? And Meredith Lagerman, that's what Carl said. Is that going to be replaced? Is that what replaces That's What She Said? And we can count on Carl to say a lot of those things. Carl's like me. But he wears a slightly nicer fez. Christian Basil says, Brian K. Morris, we're dedicating this chat to Sarah's ass crack. I should say mention of their... Yeah, you should, except we know what you mean, Christian. You're not fooling anyone. Drink. Yes. This is why we don't drink. This is why we don't drink on the late night show anymore. One, we would be sloppy drunk about halfway through, and we would probably drown. And good morning, everyone, from Bill Sarton. Glad to have you here, Bill. You sure picked the wrong time to be here, that's for sure. Anyway, we hope you're having a good morning so far. And let's see, do I need to say hello to anyone else? Everyone else has said hello, so this is good. This is very good. Yeah, please, if you are watching me on any of our channels, David Atkins, we catch you there, sir. Hope you're having a great morning, my friend. And is there anyone else I need to say hello? Dan Johnson, good to see you. Hey, good video the other night. Really enjoyed it with the Empire Comics Lab crew, EmpireComicsLab.com, for the finest in horror and action and humor comics. And Tina Michelini, I gotta practice on your last name, Tina. I am so sorry. But anyway, Tina, love you. Well, glad you're here. Promote. And who else have we got? Nick Tockard. Nick, my man, how are you this morning? And let's see if we can catch up with your comments. And Christian Basil is Florida, man. Explains everything. Anyway, Tracy Rosa, top of the morning, Brian. Top of the morning to you, sir. Hope you're having a fine morning. And Tracy is also a fine author. Go to his Facebook page, Tracy Rosa, author, actor, Renaissance man. And also check out his work on Amazon. Just do a search for Tracy Rosa. Check out the Tracy Rosa goodness, including the Michael McGuire mystery series. You will dig it. All right. Yeah, we'll talk soon. I'm going to send you a note with our availability for another meeting soon. All right. And we aren't afraid of your cooties if you aren't afraid of ours. Anyway, David Atkins says, hello all. Sorry, but cannot comment on my tablet, it seems. Then what are you doing if you're commenting? Are you commenting on your tablet here? Brian's confused. I just got my first commission to do. Yes. Also, I have a friend. Excellent. On to your next comment. No, wait. I have a friend, Dan Johnson, who has a person he is looking to help. He is 3 and a Batman fan, so I'm donating some art and a few more to him. Anyone else wanting to help, contact him. That's beautiful, man. That is beautiful, David. I'm sure it's going to. Hope you scan it. I'd love to see that when you're done. You're a darn fine artist, young man. And a swell writer and a good human being. And Meredith Logren says, Brian, there's an outro for Nevermind the Furthermore in there now. Don't be fooled by the organizational skills. I'm a disaster. Well, this morning when I was searching for meme or GIFs, I should say, to reply to one of Carl Whitman's statements, I saw this image of a huge dumpster, flames pouring out of the top, and it's in the middle of a flood. So you see this flaming blue dumpster floating casually down the river, and it's labeled, "This is my life anymore." And for some reason, I think of your organizational skills, then I think of mine, and then I think of that blue dumpster. So you've got to be doing better than I am, Meredith. At least you got it done. How long have I had this in mind? And Amy Haley, you're working on your what? Oh, I hope I don't remember. Anyway, Christian Messel's shining his marble. Is that code? Yeah, it's like Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. What can I say? And Clyde Hall, for what's happening in the resuming world of comic books, seek out Jared and Molly Jane at doomrocket.com for each weekly installment of their Casual Wednesdays podcast. They've had to jump through hoops of sheltering and quarantine like most of us. So this podcast sometimes hits on Thursday rather than NCBD, but it's always insightful and worth the wait. Also this weekend, you can find on Doom Rocket my review on Dr. Lovewave and the Experiments. Number 1, It's Their Time. Milt and, we lost the last part of that. Let's see. Let's see if I can find that. Let's see. Luke Stone. Good morning, sir. Hope you're having a good morning. And and let's see. I think I'm missing some comments here. Okay, Eric Hawkins. Okay, Clyde. Okay, this is one that didn't show up on Facebook. Okay, so I don't see the end of that, Clyde. Could you retype what happens after "It's Their Time"? Milt and okay, because the thing here cuts it off and it doesn't even show up on my Facebook feed. So Dang it. And speaking of Florida Man, says Eric Hawkins, check out this upcoming Indiegogo Florida Man graphic novel, Volume 1. And I'm sure it could be an ongoing series, as life frequently is. And Christian Basil just did a Google search for dino porn and got a very different version of Meet the Flintstones. Don't let Fred show you his bedrock. Yeah, see? See what I'm talking about? Now listen, next time Brian tells you, don't be looking this stuff up, and it scarred Brian. It scarred me, okay? Keep that in mind. Your mere human defenses against dino porn will not stand for long. And Carl Witzman titled the show, Brian has 57 subs. And Rob Anderson will be asking me for tips. Anyway, did I say that out loud? When did the show become clever title pending? What the hell? Meredith Longren says, was Paul peeking in my window? I've added whiskey in my morning coffee today for medicinal purposes, of course. Of course, Meredith. No other benefits whatsoever, I'm sure. Yeah, because alcohol purifies things, and that's why hand sanitizer, is so effective against the COVID-19. And that's why I've been drinking it every day. And aside from about 20 minutes of blindness after I drink the rest of the bottle, I can go about my day knowing that I don't need a mask. That I can just go in and I just go up to people and just stick my crank open their jaws, put my nose in the middle like I'm a lion tamer, and take a great big sniff, and I'm going to be safe. I just know this. Anyway, yeah, I went. We saw a thing on Carl Witzman's page this morning about people ignoring the. There's a sign in Dollar Tree now, and Cookie and I had a chance to go to a local one, and it says no admittance without mask. And they had like big graphics there with mask good, mask circle line through it bad, and we had about 15-20 people in the building at that time, and only the 4 people that work there, and 3 people ahead of us in line, and Cookie and myself were the only people wearing masks. And I'm thinking, I'd get into an argument with you, but I figure 2 weeks from now, it won't make a difference. Anyway, Robert Bay goes, can we finally call JB Pigster a prick asking for a friend? Oh, no, we can't call him a prick. That's how you got banned, dude. That's how you got blasted off of Facebook. Will you learn no lessons? You cannot call your governor a prick. All right. And none of us can call your governor a prick, despite the overwhelming evidence. All right. Okay. Anyway, Eric Hawkins says it's looting season again in St. Louis. We usually do it right before the holidays, but you do your own thing there, Minnesota. Oh, God, Minnesota. Yeah, I'm a fan of police videos like Officer 401 and Donut Operator and Mike the Cop. And OMG, let's just say those guys are not big fans of the Minnesota police right now, and like Donut Operator had a thing this morning, basically saying thank you, and he named that one officer, and that's all we'll say about him, and saying thank you for making all of us look like assholes. Pardon my French. And murdering racist assholes, I believe is what he said. Yeah, that is shameful. And if folks, it is tough to see. So please, if you see that video, don't watch the video. It is disturbing on every level imaginable. But I will say, if you do want to follow up on it, I do recommend Officer 401 on YouTube, because apparently there is some security footage before that incident, and there's a gap between what the camera sees on the curb and the end of the security video. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. But going back to more pleasant things about observation, there was some peeking going on, but I'm not sure it was in your window, says Carl Witzman. Oh, what are we confessing to, Carl? Anyway, good morning, Nevermorians. Luke Stone, a pleasure and an honor as always, sir. Good to have you here. Luke Stone just did an incredibly successful campaign for Hybrids, the Sons of Gods. He's also carried that campaign to Indiegogo, I believe. And please put in that link, Luke. I wish you would, because if you missed out the first time, boy, howdy, you are in for a treat. And I'm eagerly awaiting my copy, my 5th issue. It is exciting. And masks are required here, though. How is the enforcement going, though, Jen? I mean, I've got cool masks. And in fact, it was funny because, as you know, Cookie made these 3 shirts for me over the last year or so, and I wear them with pride. But she made one of my masks with the same material. So I went out the other day, and it was a little chilly, so I very fashionably put on a sports jacket over it, and everyone kept complimenting me that my mask matched my shirt. It's like, man, I feel so cool now. So anyway, Matt Shore says, I mean, I know it's illegal and unconstitutional and not much more, but am I the only one thinking at least he couldn't tweet anyone? We're not going to get into that debate here. Hopefully this ends it. But yeah, but when has the Constitution mattered to the current administration, right? And I really enjoyed Clever Title Pending the other night. You had great guests, and the host of the show is no slouch either. Well, thank you. I will see that he gets a pay raise. Plus, I learned so much about the Pepsi syndrome. That's right. Many of us suffer from the Pepsi syndrome. Personally, I have graduated to the Royal Crown Cola syndrome. No, we had a wonderful discussion on imposter syndrome. And I don't say this lightly. I learned a lot from that show. I really did. I go into it as a fellow sufferer, but and I don't know if suffering, it's kind of like we have it, but to what degree does it hinder us in any regard, professionally or otherwise? But it's like it is uncomfortable. It is something that does limit us, I think, to a large degree. And there's a whole lot of permutations from it. And I think I told Carl yesterday, I think there are elements of the syndrome and its discovery that need to be explored. That there's a whole bunch of stuff because it was discovered by women. That you could get like a very sexism sort of thing going. But anyway, we're glad you enjoyed it, Bill. We really are glad. And like I said, folks, if you haven't caught it yet, it is on YouTube, and we have we now have a playlist for our Clever Title Pending and Nevermind the Furthermore episodes. So please watch it on there and give that page. Please subscribe to that page. And if you're wondering which one it is, currently this is the address. Because I say currently because we do hope to get 100 subscribers. We've given ourselves 3 days to get another 43 subscribers, but no, seriously, if we want to get to 100, because at that time, then we will be able to put on a unique URL that will make the page easier to find. And when that happens, we will let everyone know, so you can. I don't know if that would supersede this address or not, but anyway, I think it would be kind of fun to. Have something a little easier to help you find our channel. But anyway, we've got all kinds of cool things on there, and I've got a couple of channels on there, a couple playlists of some music I dig that you may find interesting. You may find it annoying, but anyway, that's not my problem because it's music I dig, and so I put it up there. Anyway, also Eric Hawkins, that's why I live outside of St. Louis County. I imagine that comes in handier than a lot of people realize. So let's go back to your comments. Christian Basil, it should end protection. Yes, you should always wear protection. As David Frost once said, I use condoms at every conceivable occasion. And Clyde Hall says, my copy of Celebrity Ghost Hunters #1 arrived this week. Scripted by some guy going by Brian K. Morris, who? And art by Eric S. Hawkins. I say the name with love and reverence. And there's an insane asylum patient who looks oddly familiar. Plus, it took 5 decades, but I actually appear in a comic book. Thanks, Eric. Yes, Eric. Thank you, Clyde, for your support in all ways, man. You were a champion of this project. And we thank you for your financial and otherwise support. That was the thing about Celebrity Ghost Hunters. Eric and Control Show offered the opportunity for people to put their likeness inside the book. Some people appeared as ghosts. Some people appeared on a kind of like a wall of fame, like some of the nicer restaurants have when they have celebrities come through. And this was, some people got on there, and I think some people are on this in this conversation as well that got that. And also we had one of the main characters. We open that up to we could have your likeness in there, and someone not only see this project happened once before in the fall and it didn't succeed. Then it was bad timing, really. But we redid it, and Controlsha realized that she needed to redo the levels. Well, somebody immediately snapped up the "I want to be in your comic" level, and we realized that we needed to raise the prices on some things to help defray some of the expenses, because Controlsha didn't have it all covered. I don't know the expenses, so I couldn't help much in that regard. So we raised the price on this, and the person jumped on it again. So I think I will have myself written into it, but I'll have your face drawn on it, people. So, and that's going to be expensive, people. All right, Charles F. Millhouse, lots to do today. Editing Captain Hawkland and some yard projects to complete. Talk to you all soon. Well, Charles, I don't know what your weather is like, but I think it is raining here in the glorious capital city of Lafayette. I don't know where the capital of, but we're the center. Anyway, we're kind of like Gallifrey. We're at the center of the cosmos. But anyway, Charles, have a great day. I'll be working on your story, and I'm going to read yours. I started reading it, and it's like, I'm liking it. I'm loving it even. I was like, man, I suck compared to this guy. Anyway, have a great day, Charles. Much love to you and Marianne. And way to go, Eric, says Luke Stone. Oh, yeah. And Tina says to me, good morning, everyone. Rodney Fike is going to go live tonight on the commission from the Comics Cubed in Kokomo charity auction piece at 7 p.m. on The Art of Rodney Fike. Please join us if you can. Is this the one that Sean D. Hilton auctioned off a couple weeks ago? That's fantastic, Tina. Yay! Yay to you and Rodney. Much love to you both. And bringing up that Sean D. Hilton has a twice-weekly show on. The next one will be on Saturday. It's every Saturday and Wednesday. Last night's was another fun escapade as one of his cameras went out. And I can't help him. I'm an hour away from him. But anyway, he soldiered through, did a great job, got a lot of cool comics sold last night. And one of the things he was selling was a Hellboy Funko Pop signed by Ron Perlman. And the thing is, that one, the proceeds to that went to a scholarship fund. Yes, Comics Cubed in Kokomo has a scholarship benefiting one high school senior. And I don't know if it'll be more than one, because he's raised quite a bit of money for that person now, whoever the next recipient will be. But it helps to go defray some of their college expenses. And I think it's really something I think a lot more comic shops should do, be part of the community. And that's the one thing about Sean D. Hilton, that he has built a fantastic community in Kokomo. And Rodney, God bless the boy, he volunteered, or he's doing a piece. He said he would do a piece to benefit the Kokomo charity auction piece. And I don't remember if that was going towards the local Humane Society or the scholarship. But anyway, Sean does this at least once a week. He pours money back into the community, which is rising tide as hell. But please check out Comics Cubed in Kokomo. Also, Sean SHAWN D Hilton, because he frequently has unboxings, and he does a lot of mail orders. So if you see something you like, you can ask him to mail it to you, or if you live close by, you can have him hold on to it, and you can come pick it up like I frequently do. And Christian Basil says, I am going to Tampa Bay Comic Con the weekend after July 4th. I've got some ripping from some of my friends, so I wanted open and non-antagonistic from the Nevermorians. If you think I'm wrong to go, change my mind. Christian, I will say no, you're not wrong to go, because I think everyone will have different standards. If you are of good health and observe as much of the safety protocols as possible, like limiting the distance, or keeping a certain distance between you and the customer, and possibly wearing a mask, and I would think that you could get away if you're standing 6 feet away from a person, so you can still do your pitch, and then put your mask on when you get closer. That might be one way. But as far as changing your mind, no, I will not. You have to measure it by your own yardstick. Now, I had a huge convention that was happening in September. PennCon just canceled a couple days ago, and it was. I can't say it was unexpected, but it was still kind of a gut punch, because this was probably one of my top 5 shows that I do every year. Not as far as profit goes, because my expense is pretty high on that show. But Amy Hale and I, we were a little bit gutted by them calling it. And then I learned that one of the organizers has a compromised immune system. And now I'm like, good. This person, Amy Miles, she's a treasure. She really is. And so as long as people can keep safe, that's fine. But for people, and if somebody is brave enough and thinks they can protect themselves so they don't carry the disease to someone else, if you can quarantine yourself, I would say go. And if you can self-quarantine for 14 days, I say do it. That might be the way to do this. So anyway, no, I would love to hear everyone else's comments on this. And like Christian said, and I would have said it if he didn't, be non-antagonistic. We don't need to fight over this because this is a life and death situation. If it were me in July, I've got a show I'm going to, and I've got at least one show I'm going to in July, possibly 2. So I can't throw stones. I haven't committed to the second one yet, formally, but we'll just have to see what happens. I'm keeping an eye on the news from that area. But it's mostly because, and I don't worry about me because I'm old and I've lived my life, but I'll be damned if I bring it back to Cookie, there's a lot of reasons why I have to maintain my safety. And that's why I wear a mask in public, and I will continue to wear a mask until the Center for Disease Control tells me I shouldn't do it anymore. And then I'll wear it for probably 2 more weeks. But anyway, please talk to Christian. And again, be respectful. Because if you aren't respectful, you may not be able to get the show anymore. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, good morning, Nevermorians. I hope you're being kind to each other. We always try to be kind to each other, Nick, and I hope the day is kind to you. And Sarah says, let me know when the 100 list of conspiracy theorists comes to be. I could benefit from that with my book. You could. I'm in the process of putting it together now. So I've got all my notes. I just haven't been able to grab the time to really work it out the way I want. And and that's the thing. It's like, I've announced a shorter schedule for my broadcasts. And thank you to everyone who's been so understanding about that. I genuinely appreciate that. Like you cannot believe, and hopefully it'll give me time to get some of these, I won't say minor. They're far from minor to me. I treat them all equally, but it'll get some of these smaller things off of my plate and help other people to get it into print. And hopefully I'll make some money on it. And Britt Alicia Thayer is watching us. Mwah, Britt, hope you're having a great morning. And Harley Slavic, good to see you here as always. And Patricia Shaw Gossage, mwah, glad to see you as always. Hope the morning's being kind to you also. Eric Hawkins says, I keep waiting for the announcement of Charles F. Milhouse changing his character to Captain Hawkins. Oh, let's. I could just just change. I'm doing a story for him. I could just change the name. I'm sure he'll never notice, and it will probably improve the quality of the character and probably get him a lot more fans. I think you're onto something, Eric. Very kind of you to donate your name. And hi, Cookie, says Sarah. And she, hi, back at you. And Bill Sarn, FYI, last night I watched the latest DC animated movie, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. It was great, but do not let your younger kids watch it unless you want to stay up with them all night dealing with their nightmares. There are some graphic scenes. Oh, I bet there are. Hey, Bill, would you send me the link to that cartoon thing? I accidentally misplaced it and I forgot to bookmark it. I caught up on Rick and Morty though. But anyway, yeah, I saw the first Justice League Dark film, except for the voice of Etrigan. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was a great show. And I have to admit that sometimes I'm not a huge fan of the DC animated, simply because most of them are regurgitating plot lines from other comics. And I have to say a couple of them I actively disliked. I'm not a fan of the Killing Joke. I do not like that story a whole lot because of the last page. But I thought, at least the art was good. And I thought, how could you make this story any worse? Well, DC Animated managed. So anyway, Rick Bradley says, so when are Doc Saga and Captain Hawkland going to meet? They can hunt down the copycat villain, Captain Hawkins. Ooh, we've got a plot. Actually, Charles and I have talked. We will be doing a team up between the two in the second issue of Charles Adventure magazine. You heard it here first. But right now I'm writing a solo story. Although, what is it? Bobby Nash is writing a team up of Captain Hawkland for the next issue. We can always, maybe he'll have it so that one of us writes a solo story of Captain Hawkland and one of us will do a team up with the other character. And Ass Crack feels so honored. Well, Sarah, we're glad we can make your Ass Crack feel better. And now we want it as the icon of our show. Anyway, Charles F. Milhouse, wouldn't that be title infringement? Well, you see, I think Eric Hawkins prefers to be like Emperor or something like that. I don't think he wants to settle for being a mere captain, all right? That's just for people who sell rum. And T.L. Shively, first book in the Sanctuary Guardian series, teenagers are thrown into a world of magic and darkness where they must learn how to use their powers and work as a team or become another page in history. There's that Amazon link. You got to hook yourself up with T.L. Shively's book in the Sanctuary Guardian series. Oh, please check it out. She is awesome, and I want to see everyone own a copy of that book. And Carl Witzman says, Tina McElhaney, right? Yeah, I can say it when you put it out like that, but when Tina's misspelling her name, that's it. Tina has misspelled her name just to mess me up. Like, I need the help. And here we go. Bill Sarden says, in response to Christian Basil, Dr. Kevin Most of Northwestern University said that raised voices would make droplets travel much further than 6 feet and hang in the air much longer. I wouldn't take your mask off the entire time you are in public. That is a good point. That is a good point. And I just shot past a whole bunch of things here, but we'll get back to it. But no, that's a good point, sir. Very good point. And let's see. Oh man, there's some really cool things. Okay, here we go. Bill Sarton says everyone knows that Brian wears underwear. Not everyone knows that. The problem is that he wears them as outerwear. That's true. Like any good superhero, that's what I do. Charles F. Milhouse, I can see it now. Saga and Hawkland battle the Hawkins. Dude, we got to make it happen. Till Shively, this weekend I will be doing an author takeover to help a fellow author celebrate her new release with some other awesome authors. Check out that Facebook group there, which leads me to something. This weekend on Saturday, I'm supposed to be doing a talk at 2 p.m. With the Indie Author Book Expo. We're doing a virtual con, and I will be talking about how I accidentally became a full-time author. Professional author. So we hope you'll tune in and have your questions for me, and with any luck we will have some answers for you. And hashtag for Bill Sarton, bring Cookie and her fickle finger of fate home. There we go. She's got a couple fickle fingers, and she's that wasn't the one I was thinking of. Thank you, honey. Thanks, sweetie. And he thinks he's Superman, Bill. What do you mean I think I'm Superman? I wear glasses. I don't have a spit curl anymore, but still. Clyde Hall says Milt and his band, Dr. Lovewave and the Experiments, are coming into their own. They are on the cusp of moving forward beyond local gigs with their cool blend of cosmic surfer rock, but an alien invasion may require them to become Earth's greatest defenders, just as their rock personas require. It's not only a fun tale, a humorous satire in parts, but it's also a great testament to the power of creative endeavor to help overcome loss. Check out the review soon on doomrocket.com. That sounds awesome, Clyde. Thank you very much. Yeah, you see, the thing is, Clyde, this allows me very little room to, we've got like a finite amount of room, and right there is a good amount of copy, because otherwise it cuts off. It doesn't cut me off entirely, as some people have tried to do, and it doesn't work. But it will limit what I see, and what I see on the right-hand side here in the comments column, it doesn't show up there either. So, Clyde, and everyone. So don't try to drown me out here. It's not going to work. StreamYard's protecting me. Anyway, he is the Super Fez man. That's right. By God, I can prove it. I got the shield there to prove it. And this will be the first show that the president bans. I'm sure of it. And this might be the only one he gets popular support for doing so. Carl Witzman, Eric Hawkins. At least the looters are wearing masks while looting. See, safe looting is essential right now, especially in your major metropolitan areas. So if you're going to crack open the front door, the front window of your local appliance store, make sure that you maintain social distancing regulations. All right. This has been a public service announcement from the St. Louis County police force. Anyway, Teresa Dunn has a link to Poetry Expressions, her very first work, and it is awesome. You need to read it. It's a very, very beautiful book. It really is. She's got some beautiful poetry and opens up about herself and the struggles she has faced through life. Rick Bradley, enforcement for masks is basically non-existent here in Southern Illinois. More often than not, people don't wear them. Mine is with me at all times outside of the house and car. Same with me. I figure once I'm outside, I'm fine. But if I'm in any sort of enclosed area like a store, I will wear the mask. I really will. And I'm in a compromised group. I admit it. But even if I wasn't, I would wear the mask simply because I'm not a selfish dick. So anyway, David Atkins says, I am busy drawing still while listening. Well, hello, David. And Brian wanted to know what I am doing, so I decided to give you all a hint. Batman is standing over Terry in his Batman Beyond outfit with young Damien swinging in the background of the church with Barbara standing on the top of it. Dream the dream. That's beautiful. Man, that sounds good, David. I definitely want to see that when you get that done, my man. And greetings, hope all is well. There is the one of Harley's links here on Facebook. Please check it out. And there's another one where you can check him out and message him for all your collectible needs at the Harley Slavic store. And Sarah now says, a second person I know recently tested positive for the virus. Please keep her and her family in your thoughts. Yeah, we mentioned a couple months ago, a friend of mine, Dan, who lives in central Illinois. No, excuse me. He lives in the St. Louis area, and he not only came down with COVID-19, so did his wife, and he wound up getting pneumonia. Now it was a tough struggle, but he managed to pull through, and just now, his sense of taste and smell is starting to return. So my whole thing is, if you think it's tough breathing through a mask, try using a ventilator. Anyway, Jen Thompson, don't forget our virtual writers conference Saturday. That's it. And Jen, if you want to put in a link, you are more than welcome to. I will be there at 2 o'clock Central, 3 p.m. Central, Eastern time rather. And I'll be talking, and we want your questions. And Jen, somebody's got to get some technical info to me about how to get in there. I sent something to Cassie, and I haven't gotten a reply yet. So anyway, Brian, yes, David Atkins. So true. Everyone has their own concerns. Use your own common sense. If you are worried, do not go. If you are safe and healthy, then be free to go, but be safe there. I suggest having a mask, even if costume, to keep yourself more safe. Go for it, but be safe. Do not let fear rule you. Be smart. You know, one thing I thought about doing was seeing if I could snag like a face guard. That would also be something, to prevent you. It would impede you getting droplets. What?
Billy Joel and her husband were creating those space.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, we've got a friend who's. I think she's using a 3D printer, but
I don't know if they're still doing it. But she was.
Yeah, we've got a friend who was.
Remember that is pretty much only good for face on, because it's still open.
Yeah, it's still open at the sides. Yeah,
it's mostly open for projectile.
Yeah, which you would have nothing but at a show. But yeah, Cookie did make a point that we have a friend who's was making at least the clear face guards, and that might be one option. I also noticed that we were in our local Staples yesterday, and they were selling masks in there. Yeah, I saw them on an end cap.
Oh yeah, Staples.
Probably Office Depot. Any place that stocks an office right now probably has a show. I don't know about Ollie's.
I saw it at Ollie's.
Oh, you saw some at Ollie's? Okay, Ollie's is a discount store. that you could check there also. Go onto their websites, and if they don't have them there, they can frequently order them and you don't pay postage. They just drop it off at the store, and you come pick it up. Check out Walmart.com. I wouldn't doubt that maybe they have some too. They carry everything else. So, but anyway, like a splatter guard, a plexiglass splatter guard, it hooks around your head like this and then lower. Now you're still vulnerable from the sides. So, and anything that might be floating in the air, but that might be something, to protect yourself. Thank you for the inspiration there, David. I appreciate it, sir. And here we go. Okay, we already read Bill's comment. Amanda Tucker, good morning. So I just found out that derivative fiction is showing up on the Barnes & Noble website. Amanda, good morning. Yes, here's what happens. Barnes & Noble and several other book sites like Books A Million, you might check there, etc., use what's called an aggregator program that they basically sweeps the interwebs looking for new books, and it got yours. Did you use your own ISBN number? Usually it doesn't list the ones that where Amazon provides them, unless you spend $100, I think, when you can spend $195 and get 10 of them from Browker.com. But what they do is they use an aggregator program and just sweep them up just so they look like they've got that selection. I don't know what they would do if you actually ordered one from them, but yes, congratulations, you are now on Barnes & Noble. And alrighty, I gotta go. Love you all. Jen Thompson, love you. Hope you have a great day, sweetie. And we will talk soon, I hope. Pixel Master Games, says Harley Slavic, will be a sole proprietorship and hopefully at some point become an LLC. We will develop and publish our own games at first. Then we will license and or buy games and publish them if we like the game. Very cool. And Bill Sarden, let's see, the Watch Cartoon Online. Okay, I got to write that down. I lost my lost some tabs, and that was one, but I realized I didn't bookmark it, so because I'm a goof. Anyway, I gotta write that down. The Watch Cartoons.com. Thank you. Yeah, I caught up on a couple cartoons, saw some really cool stuff I need to catch up with. So thank you, Bill Sarn. I appreciate that. Also check out his Bill Sarn Saturday morning page, because he makes Saturday mornings come alive, just like our childhood. And yes, safe looting is important, says Sarah. So Sarah, that is Sarah, and she endorses this message. Nick Tockert says, Brian, yes, Nick, I have a really important question. At least one of my books, Eyes to the Sky and Amanda's Derivative Fiction, have just shown up on Barnes & Noble, but we haven't published through them. Any idea what is going on? Well, as you just found out, I have told you. Also, if you list your books through other places such as Smashwords or Kobo or Ingram Spark, they also migrate your information to other websites that they are affiliated with. But otherwise, a lot of them, including Walmart and including Barnes & Noble, use an aggregator. And and if you check, it might just be for your ebook. But have your friends order I know a lot of people that have people order it through Barnes & Noble, because then Barnes & Noble will order it and then bring it into their store, and they don't have to pay postage. All right, so that's one way to do it. Harley Slavic says we are going to write reviews on products we plan to carry so we can provide more information and give my thoughts, and you can decide if you want to purchase the item or not. And you can find that at the Harley Slavic store on Facebook. Very cool indeed. And there she is, Michaela Jade. Mwah! Love you, darn. Hope you're having a good morning. Hey, everyone. Sad day for me. I effed up somewhere. I sent an ARC that's now on a pirate site. It's the Linnea Fletcher Book Obsidian Hearts. My tribe/people I trust just got smaller. Michaela, your tribe may have had nothing to do with it. You can put up digital rights management on Amazon, and there are programs to remove it. It is a fact of life. And this is just my view on it. You will get others. Does it hurt sales? Possibly. And the thing is it heartbreaking? Yeah, it is a little heartbreaking. I admit that. I mean, the first time I found it was Skyman. They got the original Skyman Battles of the Master Steam was pirated on one site. But the thing is, I was familiar enough with the pirate sites that the minute you send the digital rights management letter to the website, that basically somebody they'll take it down, but 10 minutes later somebody else will put one up. Because you can go to these sites and do a search for, say, Obsidian Hearts, and chances are there'll be half a dozen different people put one up. So Neil Gaiman did a wonderful video on it a couple years ago where he talked about finding that his books were being pirated, no surprise. And he did a deep dive on it and found that a lot of the piracy goes on in the people who get these things. A lot of them don't have access to any books any other way, or are often too poor to afford books. And that's one argument, for letting it slide. But like I said, if you went after everyone that that pirated your books, you wouldn't have any time for writing or eating or sleeping, because there's so many sites. Now, what you can do. Who did I see recently? I saw a video that had a very good way to take them down. Don't complain to the site itself. Send a digital rights management letter to the web holder. Not the person who owns the site, the person who owns the service they're carrying it through, their ISP, basically. If you want to get that taken down, that's the way to do it. But yeah, it's a mess. Digital rights is a mess, and I just saw on Leonard French that the Copyright Office has made some sort of re-examination of digital rights in the age of the internet that may or may not benefit us. I haven't watched it all yet, but once I do, I will be able to discuss it. Hopefully intelligently, but yeah, it's. But the thing is also, Michaela, when I was a little peeved off when I saw my book being basically stolen and put up on a website. But the thing is also, a lot of these sites, Michaela, are not download sites. What they do is say, well, we will get you this copy, but give us your credit card numbers. So they're actually phishing sites. They are not actual. Here, read the book for free sites. And those guys, I figure they'll get caught eventually. But as for everyone else, Neil Gaiman said, worry more about obscurity than piracy. And that's what I do. And like I started to say, the first time I found one of my books being pirated, I was mad at first. And then I started realizing, you know what? I must be making it. I must be pretty cool, finally, because I'm finally worth stealing from. So you got yours right off the bat, Michaela, and I'd say way to go. Seriously, you made a product that was so awesome, somebody had to share it. There's one way to look at it, but yeah, I don't blame you for being annoyed. Tail Shively, I'm heading out to get lunch ready for Paul, who is at work. Glad I was able to stop in and say hi at least. Well, I'm glad you could too, Lynn. Mwah. Love you, love Paul, love your family, and I hope you have a great rest of the day. You take care. And I'll keep comments briefer. I need to do that anyway. I'm too gabby writing-wise. Hi, my name is Brian. Hi, Brian. Yeah, I get you, Clyde. It's like I tell people I was vaccinated with a phonograph needle. Or
what?
Oh, what?
What's that?
Yeah. What time is it, Brian? Well, here comes the history of watchmaking. So I get it. Bill Sarton says it's time for another crazy condensed ad copy alert. How meta of you. Click on Sarton Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarton for all things far out and groovy from yesteryear, where tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Central, we'll be showing Monty Python and the Holy Grail, along with his funky daily warm-up sketches and other surprises, when you check out the artwork of Bill Sarton, where everything old is new again. And well, hello there, Cindy Kemp. Mwah! Glad to see it. Hope you're doing well this morning. Hey, 6:30 tonight. If you haven't already, please put in. Oh, I see you have. The reason I wanted to talk to Cindy was I was hoping she'd show up is because of this. Tonight at 6:30 to 8 o'clock Central Time on Facebook, Animal Eye Release Party. Join her for bookish fun. And she's told me about this book. Now, no hype. This sounds like fun. This sounds like a fun book. Please check it out. If you like fantasy, if you like Gimlet, if you like all that good stuff, and imagination and great writing, you're going to love Cindy Kipp. So check it out. Also, don't forget her website, ckoepp.com, where you can subscribe to the best newsletter in the entire cosmos. I've checked. She's got the best. And also, but first, go here to get fun stuff at Smashwords for me. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Mwah. Oh, and speaking of that, I do want to say that you've got like 3 more days. Go to Smashwords and you can get a free download of my book, Conflict, a Study in in Heroic Contrasts. I was having a fart there for a second. Anyway, please go to Smashwords and you can download that book for free. And it's a short read, and I think you'll dig it. And greetings, Harley Slavic. Good to see you. Michaela J., the site is through one Mr. Reverend. See Susan Tisdale for more info on that awesome dude. Oh, I've heard of him. Don't worry about him. Seriously, that's going to come down anyway. He's got so many people that are going after him. The minute he puts up one site, it gets taken down. He probably spends more time trying to get a viable site going than he does trying to get it up. I mean, get his site up. You know what I'm saying. You, Michaela, will know what I'm saying, and drink. Anyway, good morning, everyone. Jessica Johnson, glad to see you. Hope you're having a great morning, you and Lonnie both. And Cindy Kipp says, go to Amazon, too, because you can read the books of Brian K. Morris. Thank you, Cindy. Oh, you're so good to me. And let's go back. I just shot past a whole bunch of people. And for author Michaela Jade from Carl Witzman, those folks who pirate your work would never pay for it anyway, so you don't lose any money. Just move on with your life. Be complimented with it. By it, rather. Like Brian said, now all you need is a troll and a stalker. Well, another one. Well, between you and me, Carl, she's got her stalker needs all taken care of. I don't troll her, though, because I adore her. So, but anyway, or you could get trolled like I got trolled yesterday, or like we got trolled the other night. One of our viewers sent us all a picture of a troll. So you've been trolled, and I'm like, okay, we have now, and and I say you graduate to death threats. I've already gotten that. So anyway, Jessica Johnson has a link to the Heroes for Kids organization from Perryville, Missouri. It's a great group of cosplayers that'll bring people into your show. Plus, they also sell pop culture collectibles, unique ones at that benefit the kids and the community. They're a very civic-minded organization, and that's why they're also putting on Heroes for Kids. That's going to happen July 18th in Perryville, Missouri. Go to that website and get more of the details. Plus, they still have a few tables left. If you want to be a vendor at the second Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, then you need to contact Jessica, and she will fix you up. And you're welcome, Michaela Jade. You sincerely are welcome. And Bill Sarton says, Carl Wiseman, you aren't supposed to put good movies up against my drunken rant tomorrow night. Play bad movies on that night. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I have to say tomorrow I've got to be at Carl's tomorrow night. So because I missed the week before, so I must pay my penance. Harley Slavic, we have a Nintendo Switch coming our way. We will be writing reviews for Switch games once it arrives. And there we go. Don't worry, I'll always stalk you, but never pirate you. I will make that same promise, Michaela. I will never pirate your work. And stalking, I'm going to ramp up my efforts, all right? And the naughty innuendo, it just got amped up from here on in, and she now starts crying. Anyway, David Atkins mocks me with his laughter, and that is so true. When my book first got stolen, I thought the same thing. I got upset, thought I was being used and abused, but then I realized that they cannot print it out themselves, and they would have to download it from my own copy, and that means sales if it were true. If not, I must be that famous. So yes, it proves you made it. Hey, there we go. We got it. See, wear piracy like a badge of honor. And the thing is, it is tough to do piracy these days, because here's what I found out. See, Brian does the research, so you don't have to. A lot of sites, when they brought in Windows 10, a lot of sites refused to allow users of Windows 10, which, to my knowledge, is the chief operating system of PCs in the known cosmos, that anyone who uses, Windows 10, of course, it sends out the signal and says, hi, I'm Windows 10, and I'd like to introduce you to David and Brian. And the website, knowing that Windows 10 reports all your activities back to the Illuminati. And I thought, and Cookie's pulling her hair because I just mentioned him again, and will rain the black helicopter.
No, I'm trying to create an ad, and it's not cool. It's not fully cooperating.
It's not fully cooperating. Okay, Cookie's having a frustration. We will leave her to her toils now. But no, it's like when Windows reaches out, they see it's Windows 10, realize that that's going to take in their information as well, and their contact and their cookies and everything, and so they don't let people download from those sites for that reason. So your stuff could be safer than you think. All right, and shooting past everything, Harley Slavic. Go to Facebook to the Harley Slavic store right there, and then go here to check out these books where you get the new Animal Eye. Oh, and you can still get Mindstorm and Ursulon 1, like Hurting the Wind. There's that address there. Check out the work of Cindy Kep. Also, then go to CKOEPP.com and sign up for her amazing Bombdigglyicious newsletter. And this is great. I can say Bombdigglyicious, a word I made up, and I can't say Tina's last name. What is wrong with me? Where do we start, right? Anyway, Heroes for Kids Comic-Con, says Jessica Johnson. It's July 18th in Perryville, Missouri. Some booth spaces are still available. The proceeds are being split between the Missouri National Veterans Memorial Wall and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Some of the awesome people joining us this year are animator Philo Barnhart, comics publisher Charles D. Moisant, actor John Anderson, the amazing actor-artist Matthew Ashley, Brian K. Morris, the amazing authors Kathy Jackson, Amy Hale, Morgan Strongam-Connick, and Villainous Grounds, who make great coffee, D'Artalian Allen Jr., and many more people I probably can't pronounce either. Anyway, come see us. I'll have a whole bunch of stuff that you've not seen before, so y'all need to check me out. Please come see us, and we will have book specials this year and all kinds of cool things going on. So please come see us at Heroes for Kids Comic-Con 2020. Yeah, see, I say that, Christian, that I am going to go someplace in July, so possibly two places. Cindy Kemp, if you need a daily dose of vintage cartooniness, then go to Sarden Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarden, and check out Bill Sarden's artwork, and then hire him to draw stuff for you for cool artwork. You'll love it. She's made some swag this year to hand out at her table when she finally makes appearances, and like the rest of us, and she is going to be using Bill's artwork as part of that. And she paid him for it. And Rick Bradley says, I got a Nintendo Switch when it came out. I love it, and so many great games. You need any reviews, Harley? There we go. Let Bill do the work for you. And Troll in the Dungeon. Troll, I thought you might need to know. Thank you, Cindy Kep. Is that like the roof is on fire? Anyway, Bill Sarden, fear not, Carl Wisman. Everyone can watch the return of the Monty Python movie after your show. That's gracious of you, Bill. Good work. And the black helicopters just went over Danville in an easterly direction. So, yeah, they should be here any minute now, Carl, to screw up the broadcast like they did the other day. Jessica Johnson says, we also want to say a huge thank you to everyone that has shared and promoted us. Much love to you all. Well, much love back at you, which is why we try to do what part we can. And Rick Bradley says, Cookie, you were able to put up with Brian. That computer should be nothing.
Well, the computer doesn't talk back, but it doesn't cooperate any better.
She said, if you didn't catch that, she said that the computer doesn't talk back to her, but it doesn't behave any better than I do. And Meredith Walgren has some messages here for you that you all need to know. Hey, did you know that Clever Title Pending is available for download? You can listen to the replays on geekinsider.com/podcast. Just look for the Fez. And don't forget, we're going to have a special episode of Clever Title Pending this afternoon at 4 p.m. on the OnCon channel, as well as YouTube, on our channel on YouTube, and my profile page, and Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, and because we're going to be talking to Ted Davies. He's writer and editor and publisher and drawer and colorist and lettering person. He does it all very well, and he's got some nifty information and a possible source of inspiration for you all if you want to go independent. Or as Rob Anderson would say, if you want to go INDEE. And to show Meredith Logren you love her, as well you should, please visit her website and sign up for her newsletter at meredithlogren.com. She is an awesome lady, and I can't wait for the issues to come cascading into my inbox. Carl Westman says, t-shirt idea, check boxes saying pirated, trolled, stalked, and put check marks in 2 of the boxes. Encourage whichever you like. You ought to have like you ought to be able to like have like a marker pen that you can do them yourself. You know, make them individual, or you know, like maybe removable ones, like felt check marks that you could like, you know, today I'm being pirated, but you know, tomorrow I'm being trolled, and other, have a line for other. There we go. David Atkins says, everyone be amazing this weekend. I need to go work on these church windows. Not easy. Yeah, they're all pitted and everything, right? Like good stained glass windows should be. Anyway, please consider giving your time and a smile to others, even while we recover from this. It is really needed. Got a doctor appointment next week with blood tests and more work. Maybe a while before I am back, but I will be back. He says it's not a threat. You can't convince me of that. Hey, stay safe, David. You stay safe too, man. Seriously, you stay on top of this, and know that you're needed in this world, all right? And Cindy Kemp says, break time is over. See you tonight at 6:30 to 8 o'clock Central Time on the premiere for Animal Eye. Please check it out. Cindy, have a great day. We will talk to you later. And Charles D. Moisant says, are you sick? Not as sick as you are, old man. I'm telling you. I'm sick in the ways that science cannot cure. They can't even name half of it. Anyway, glad to have you here, Charles. And the shirt has hashtag author life. There we go. Carl Witzman, you draw it up. I will get copies. I swear I will get copies. You know I swear. Anyway. So anyway, we are all caught up with your comments, which means that we have to take some pause for the cause. And also, folks, check out our new, I shouldn't say new, it's just that we've ignored it for several years, YouTube channel. If you like us on Facebook, I will say that the picture and sound quality is a little bit better on our Camouflage 61821 channel. Please subscribe to the channel and give the video you're watching a like, because it helps us with the algorithms. And we are a proud part of the Comic Book Advocate Convention Network, and also a very, very proud member of the Geek Insider Network. It makes us happy to be here. It really does. And also, we've got another comment. Author Michaela Jade says, I might be able to do the Heroes for Kids event. I would advise it. Seriously. I think we will try it. Charles Moisant will be there, but go anyway. So fun. It will be fun. We will have a good time. Despite your best efforts, Charles, we will have fun. I know you want us in bed by 8. I know you want us to say our prayers by 7:30, but you know what? Some of us are going to party. So you just hold your water. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we are going to take a little pause for the cause here and give us a chance to regroup. And we'll see you in about 30 seconds or so. Okay, cool. Cookie is working on advertising for me. She just finished a beautiful Volcana that she's going to post later, and she's taking on Skyman next. And so don't forget, folks, get that. Please pick up that copy of the Haunting Scripts of Bachelor's Grove, because Charles Moisant has a wonderful, wonderful introduction there. Okay, nothing but love, Charles. Just returning the abuse that we get. Anyway, and Jessica Johnson says, just direct mail her your email and she'll send you a vendor form if you want to set up at the Heroes for Kids Con in Perryville, Missouri on July 18th, Saturday, July 18th. I'm really looking forward to that. And here we go. Charles says, been watching Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated. Very well done. Also, the WB and DC crossovers are fantastic. I love some of them. I'm really digging a lot of the crossover stuff these days, like Batman 66 at DC had some crossovers. I'm looking across the room with Green Hornet, written by Kevin Smith. Yeah, that one. Also, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., Steed and Mrs. Peel, along with Wonder Woman 77 and Archie, classic Archie. There's some really good stuff out there. And plus, I just got through reading the third book, and all of them are excellent. Batman Meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Charles, if you're not reading that, seriously, you need to. If you have a library card, go to hoopla.com, because it ties into your local library. And your library loves it when you do. It's like an added feature for them. And you can read, I think it's right now about 30, you can read or hear or watch 30 different things per month. That means you can read comic books, you can read graphic novels, you can read regular books, listen to audio books, watch films, just all kinds of great entertainment on there, and 30 a month, and it's free. All right, so please check it out. John B. Pica says, joining very late this morning, but with exciting news. The first installment of the League of Impossibilists webcomic dropped yesterday at Impossibilist page on patreon.com. That's great news, John. Well done, sir. Well done. Jessica Johnson says, have to head out for an appointment. Everyone have a great day. Hugs and love to you and Cookie. Same back at you guys. And Cookie may be coming with me, so I need to find out. I need to look into motels soon. She likes motels. Besides, we're a little raucous and cannot be near polite company. Anyway, Jessica, have a great day, hon. Much love to you and the family. And Bill Sarn says, FYI, you can also still watch the rerun of Time Bandits. Plus, Bill Sarn will continue to post black and white sketches that mom and dad can print out as coloring pages for the kiddos every Saturday, as long as the pandemic lockdown continues. Just click on Sarnart 76 for the artwork of Bill Sarn for his far out and funky fun. All right. And John B. Pica says, we are looking for $252 patrons by the end of the month. Your support is appreciated at www.patreon.com/impossibilists, and check it out. That's a great cosplay group. I'm serious and really imaginative. Love seeing it. And Cookie is cool and brilliant. You are lucky and brilliant. I am just lucky, Charles. Anyway, some days I'm more brilliant than others, and you're awesome yourself, Charles. Never forget that, okay? And oh yeah, Archie Meets the Punisher is a classic. Yes, and I just got through reading the 2 volumes of Archie Meets the Predator. They're hilarious and so meta. The first one is they meet the classic Archie characters. Then the second one is they meet the new versions of Archie's characters. It's brilliant stuff. You need to read it if you can. And Harley Slavic says, we just did our first review on the comic book documentary Superheroes, A Never-Ending Battle. Click the link and check it out. And if you want a copy, send Harley Slavic a message so you can get yours. Jessica Johnson says, something new this year for Heroes for Kids Comic-Con. We are having a 4-hour Celebrity Dungeons & Dragons game that will be limited to 6 seats. Oh, very cool. Charles, you ought to get in on that. You seriously should. And Michaela J says, thank you. You guys know how to make a girl feel good. Drank. You said a mouthful. Anyway, and it goes back both ways. I'm going to drown. And John B. Pica, another con bites the dust. Kai Con announced their con late July is canceled for 2020. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, we just got news on Penn Con, and I heard of another one in Ohio I was looking at. So now I have 6 conventions I might be going to, possibly 6, possibly 5, I'm not sure. And now I have to head out. So, okay, Jessica, take care. I don't know, why does that remind me of an old Spike Jones song where I've mentioned it before, but she is like, at the end of this beautiful love song, she goes, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, aloha, farewell, toodaloo. Then you hear the door slam, and then you hear Spike Jones goes, well, how do you like that? She didn't even say goodbye. So anyway, that's the kind of humor I appreciate. What's wrong with me? And Meredith Logren reminds us that tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern, the Comic Noob has a panel with Travis Gibb, Luke Stone, Ted Davies, and I just got confirmation from Andrea Lorenzo Molinari. Subject, how to find the right artist for your stories and vice versa. Meredith, thank you very much. Anyway, please check out the Comics Noob. That's Meredith Logren. She is on a quest. She is on a serious quest to teach herself how to produce a quality comic book, and she's giving herself 1 year to do it. And I've been on the first 2 shows, had an exceptional time, a great time, and I look forward to returning soon. I have to say openly, I'm glad I'm not on this episode. I can talk to it, but I don't want to be seen as I'm trying to barge in there. I think it's best also she get a variety of opinions, and that's what you'll get. I definitely recommend check out the Comics Noob from Meredith Logren. She is funny. She is delightful. I love this woman to death, and you will see a lot of great information passing your way. So if you're interested in producing your own comic book one day, you need to follow the adventures of the Comics Noob, because I think you're going to get the info you need and the people you need to hear it from. And John B. Pica, Batman versus Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated movie is a really great watch. Oh, I bet it is. I would watch that. I really would. And the current book, they just recently released the compilation of the miniseries, Batman Meets the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And what's cool about it is it's an interdimensional kind of thing with different versions, etc. So if you like that kind of mind, it's a great story, which I do. And part of the thing is they have a crossover with the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the black and white comic. And they got Kevin Eastman to draw it, the co-creator of the Turtles. And that is just so very cool. Hey, Travis Gibb, welcome to the show. Glad you could join us. And there's the Kickstarter project, and it's a new Kickstarter, Brian. What is it? Parallels 1 and 2 anthology stories written by Travis Gibb. New Kickstarter, that's very cool. If you want, Travis, tell us more about it. I am intrigued, but there may be 1 or 2 people, but only 1 or 2 people who don't know who you are. So anyway, yeah, talk it up, man. Talk it up. And Harley Slavic, the documentary has Linda Carter, Jerry Robinson, Stan Lee, and many others in it. That sounds cool. And John B. Pica says, I am down to only 2 potential cons this year. I think I've got 6, maybe 7. Maybe I'm doing my newsletter the next couple of days, so please sign up at risingtide.pub. And so I think I've got half as many virtual cons as I've got real conventions. So I don't quite consider virtual cons the same thing, but that's probably on me. And there she is, the darling Kat Rothermel, the rock and roll art goddess. Mwah, Kat. And good morning and happy Friday Eve and magnificent Morris Monsters. How are you? How are you this morning, Kat? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a great morning so far, really. And anyone in the East Tennessee area, says John B. Pica, Saturday, the League of Impossibilists are taking a road trip to Gatlinburg, and he'd love to have you join him. I would love to be there. That would be cool, except I've got to be here for a broadcast. And Bill Sarton says, Archie Andrews was my classic cartoon character themed warm-up sketch yesterday. And if you want to see it and what today's will be, click on Sarton Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarton. That's 3 plugs, Brian. 1 more, and I'll have a complete toupee. That's right. As the dreaded dinosaur guy once told me, he said, there are so many plugs here, we ought to get a power strip. Anyway, glad you had that up there. Thank you so much. And Rob Anderson, good to have you here, as always, and I hope you and Jax are doing well today. Sounds like Jax survived his fall yesterday, but it sounds like Rob was still on death's door. But anyway, Rob, we hope both of you Hope the Andersons are doing well this morning. Anyway, there is a link to my Goodreads page. Thank you so much. And Harley Slavic greets Travis Gibbs and asks how he is. I put my plural in the wrong place. And there is my Amazon sales page. Please check it out. We've got all kinds of really cool books I think you will like. And Rob Anderson also says I can be found on Smashwords, and I have no course but to believe him. Thank you, Rob. Thank you, brother, so very much indeed. And topic for the Comic Noob June 5th is critical elements of a comic book, lingo and terminology. Would love to volunteer my dear friend Brian K. Morris on that one. Well, what kind of pull do you think you have with me that you think I would allow myself to write in on Con 4 p.m. Comics Noob? And it's critical elements of comic book. Okay. Elements of a comic book. And I'm already thinking of snotty remarks of a comic book. Yeah, if you think I'm allowing you to voluntold me, yeah, you're right. Okay, it's done. I'm there. All right, Meredith. Love you. Thank you so much. Yes, I will be appearing on the Comics Noob on the OnCon Network, 4 p.m. Friday, June 5th, and we'll be talking about critical elements of a comic book. My first thought is paper, ink, and staples. But anyway, and I just lost my guest shot there. Anyway, Carol and Charles, anyway, son, got to get to work. Enjoy your day. You too, Charles. Thank you for being here, brother. Seriously. Amy Hill, got to get to work. Hoping to have a new book done in time for Heroes for Kids. Have a great one all. Wow, Amy, you have a great day, sweetie. We'll be talking to you soon, and we'll be in touch about our mutual project. Michaela Jade loves those plugs. Oh, and now she's giving one of her own. I've heard of that sort of thing. And here she's pegging for Warrior Secret Elite Warrior novel. You got to check it out. It is. I've read part of it. It is so good. It really is. You will dig it a bunch. Travis Gibbs says Parallels is a collection of my anthology work. This is some of my best work collected from the hard-to-find volumes. I am so excited to get this out to people. Also, we have some Broke Down Tears if you never got that. And that was a good book, too. I meant to tell you, Travis, love the third issue. Thank you for that, man. I got to get better about telling people I received my Kickstarter stuff. I really do. But anyway, yeah, check out the work of Travis Gibbs. He's a powerful, powerful writer. And thank you for mentioning it. You know, this stuff here, because I'm reading that and I'm like, this sounds good. So, and that's the thing. A lot of people just come on here and they just say, okay, I've got this project. Here's the web address. See ya. You know, and not everyone knows who you are. Probably half the people who tune into the show don't know who I am, and they're probably trying to figure out why I'm here. So, as are many people. But anyway, thank you, Travis. That's quality promotion there, my man. Seriously, and we hope it does well. And we will do what we can to help you, Travis, okay? Because you've been such a good guy for us. And Bill Starn says, how's Jax doing, Rob Anderson? And Rob replies, he is okay, a bit bruised. Now, how is Dad doing? That's the question. Harley Slavic, if anyone has reviews of Switch games, we will put them on our collectibles store page. There you go, folks. There's a writing credit. And Ted Davies, I cannot wait for my Skyman book signed and direct from the Fez man, Brian K. Morris. That's right, sir. We got to get that to you. We just got our reorder on that. So, in fact, I better write a note. All right. We'll shoot you out a copy. All right. Excellent. We will put that on the list. And Rob Anderson says Jax is okay. He is a bit bruised and was really upset, but back to fearless and swelling, and the swelling is gone. All right. Thanks for asking. Travis Gibbs says it's already funded. Oh, then you don't need me then. I'm gone. Anyway, no, seriously, we'll check that out, Travis. Seriously, we will, because we want to support you. And anyway, if you see these Kickstarter campaigns, sharing is a huge way to support it without spending any money. If you are disinclined or you don't want to or can't justify the expense right now, we understand. A lot of us in this field get it. But the thing is, you can also just send $1. $1 sends a strong message to the creator saying, okay, I can't really back this one, but I back you. All right, so please, just $1 or $2 will get them that much closer. Author Michaela J says, glad to hear Jax is okay. I prayed for you both yesterday, Rob Anderson. Whole lot of us did, and we're so glad to hear that he's okay. Dad may still be a mess, though, I suspect. And Travis, feel free to promote your creations at Harley Slavic Store at Facebook. There we go. The doors are opening there. So that's cool. And let's see. And we are caught up with your comments. Wowzers. And that's one thing about the other night on Clever Title Pending. It is the first time that I actually thought, because of the great comments, because of the fantastic questions, I seriously thought that I was going to have to end the show after 2 hours with some of your questions unanswered. We managed to, I was pretty proud of myself, barreling through to get to the last comment, the last question, and glad Jax is all right, says Harley Slavic. Thank you for that wish there, man. We all do. We all worried about Jax. We're worried about Rob. But anyway, because I know what it's like for a parent to feel that way, But it's always worse for the people we that love other people. So, but anyway, no. Last Tuesday night on Clever Title Pending, we examined the concept of imposter syndrome. And I learned a bunch of stuff. I'm the guy running the show, and I do research on everything. And I wound up going, wow, I didn't know that. That's interesting. And we are going to do a repeat episode. In fact, we will be doing repeat episodes about the subject. And we'll not only ask our original panel of Meredith Logren, Luke Stone, and Carl Witzman back, but we will also be exploring it from angles of other authors. Because apparently, we touched people with that one, and not in that teddy bear pointing sort of way, but I think a number of people got some use out of it. That they, I felt good about this episode because a number of people sent. I don't know about the other 3 participants, but I received a number of direct messages thanking me for having that episode on, because sometimes, with things like imposter syndrome, we think a lot of suffering. We think we're the only one. I think intellectually we know we aren't, but in our hearts we think, oh my God, it's just me. Am I the only one who feels like a phony? Am I the only one who's going to get called out one of these days? And I was hoping the show would reach some people, but apparently it has almost taken a life of its own, and it is probably one of the most popular shows we have done. So we will be revisiting the subject again. So that's Clever Title Pending, which will happen every Tuesday night at 8 p.m. And next week we are going to have Amy Hale. Author Amy Hale will be joining me, and she and I will probably get a little tanked up, so the alcohol will return. Then Tuesday, June 9th, we have booked Dan Smith and a familiar name here, Dave Woodrum, and they're going to talk about writing in the gaming field. And then after that, Tuesday the 16th, we're going to talk about inspirational writing. And right now I have a guest, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. So if your work actually reflects your religion, if religion is a part of what you write, we would love to have you as a guest. We still have 2 more slots open for that one. So please send me a direct message, and we'll talk about having you on the show or having you involved in some other way. And thank you to everyone who has been asking, can I be on your show? And, with ideas and topics. And it's been, it's been very much appreciated. Thank you for your confidence in our ability to make you look pretty good, I hope. Anyway, let's see. Oh, we got some more comments while I was gabbing. Here we go. All right. Paul S. Roof has a thing here. Tomorrow is ICU News live at 2 p.m. Eastern. Check out that YouTube channel for that. That is going to be I'm enjoying Paul's reviews. Those are cool. Harley Slavic says my collectibles store now has 1,135 likes. Thank you all for your support. Hey, that's excellent. Well done. And Ken Keller is here. Ken, glad to have you here, brother. Hope you're doing well. Ken Keller is the very successful just finished a very successful Kickstarter for Red Talon 1 and 2. I'm waiting for my copies eagerly. And Ken, it was good having you on the Clever Title Pending a couple weeks ago. Hope we can have you back sometime soon. Carl Westman said, I also got several messages from people who like the Imposter Show. That's great. Yeah, and we've had a number of views between all of our venues on my profile page on Facebook, also the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, and the OnCon channel on Facebook, as well as our recently resuscitated YouTube channel, which I hope you'll all subscribe to because that helps. And people sharing it at all. My estimation is we've reached around 350 people so far, which for a show like this is really good numbers. We did good, and we served the community. I think that's the main thing. So anyway, thank you again to Carl, Luke, and Meredith for participating in that, and the group shall reconvene again. And Bill Sartin has to get going, though. Sad to think that this is the last Thursday broadcast of the show, but definitely understand you needing the break and your other commitments. And Bill Sartin will see everyone tomorrow morning on Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m. 9 Central. Via con dias, amigos. Via con dias to you, my man. And may your trails be non-dusty. So yeah, and as he brought up, starting next week, we will have a brand new broadcast schedule. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. We will continue to have Nevermind the Furthermore, but we will be dropping the Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday shows. Because one, the nation's opening up. The daily broadcasts served its purpose, I hope. And thank you to everyone who has supported us, and thank you to everyone even more for supporting this new decision. It was not an easy one to make by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I felt I was letting a lot of people down. But a lot of people said they understood, and that meant the world to me. And James Eric Hodson has joined us. Eric, glad to see you, sir. Hope you're having a great morning. Oh, and plug the dreaded dinosaur, will you please, my man? People need to know about this. But anyway, yeah, we are doing that. We are doing a 3-day-a-week show. We may have specials, special editions on our YouTube channel, and we also, so that's another reason to go there and subscribe. But we'll also be doing making time now for a series of educational videos we want to produce for fledgling creators and also veteran creators who might need a reminder. And then we are also planning on continuing Clever Title Pending on Tuesday nights, and the occasional contribution to other people's shows on the OnCon network, such as later today when I'll be hosting a special episode of Clever Title Pending, but we're going to be introducing, or not introducing, because y'all know him and you love him. You can't get enough of him. Ted Davies. He's going to talk about his great comic books, and he's got some information that he and I are privy to that you're going to want to hear. And I think it's a positive note and well worth spreading the word about. I think some people are going to get fired up when they hear it. So anyway, we're going to have a casual conversation, and you are invited to join us and ask your questions as well, because you guys come up with kick-ass questions. Meredith Logren says, I have another newsletter sign-up request at wildoneforever.com. This is another project that I'm working on and near and dear to my heart. Real talk. Okay, I'm going to take a note of that. wildoneforever.com. Okay. I need to check that out a little more. Meredith, you've been mentioning that, and I really need to get on that. I really do. And Eric Hawkins says, any good 3D modelers out there? Nick Tockert, are you listening? I think Nick Tockert might be. Or Dave Woodrum. Talk to one of those two. It might be Dave Woodrum. I think it is Dave Woodrum, but talk to them, Eric Hawkins. And Rick Bradley, yes, Tuesday night was a really great show. I highly enjoyed it. Well, Rick, thank you for your contributions. We enjoyed your participation. We enjoyed everyone's participation. The four of us had a great time. We spent what? Probably about 45 minutes. You see, after we end the broadcast, we're still in the studio, and we can still talk to each other. And we kind of compare notes and everything. I got a lot out of that too. I'm working. I've taken it to heart, and I'm working it. So Luke and Meredith and Carl, I'm going to work it, and I'm bringing you guys with me. I'm bringing everyone with me. And Carl Witzman, 58 YouTube subscribers now. Thank you, Carl. Thank you for letting me know. Please, folks, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Another 42 42, right? And I get a unique URL that'll make it easier to locate. So please check it out. Thank you so much. And Imposter Show, was Brian wearing a fedora and sporting a goatee? No, but I could have, I'm a man of many hats. So, so I'm ready. Hat for all occasions. So anyway, and hello, Brian. Eric, thank you for being here, man. Hey, please put in a link to your work. That would make me so happy. And even if we wind up going off the air, please put in the name of that work too, because when you're here live, James Eric Hudson, who does all kinds of amazing web comics and physical stuff, and is a fantastic artist, when you're here, you can promote yourself. That's part of the show that we dig, that getting the message out. And please, no porno sites or anything, because it competes with mine. But so anyway, no, seriously, please put in links to what you do, whether it is your own business, your web comic, show appearance you're making soon, or somebody you think doesn't talk about themselves as much. Not me. Okay. There went my fizz. It's not that I don't talk about myself. It's just that I don't shut up about myself. And let's see. There we go. Now it's kind of straighter. Anyway, no, I think my head's crooked. Anyway, so you don't have to mention my stuff. Rob Anderson and Cindy kept doing an amazing job of promoting me, far better than I do on here. But anyway, please promote yourself. If you own your own business, if you have a charity that is near and dear to your heart, or a convention that's still coming up, put that in the comments and share this video with other people so that other people can see how awesome you are and the people that hang around you are as well. So anyway, James, it's good to have you. James Eric Hudson, it's good to have you here, my friend. It is a joy to see you here. And Ken Keller said the last Thursday. Okay. Is it the last Thursday? Is the final day of that? I thought it was over with already. Well, it shows how well I keep up with things. Anyway, Harley Slavic, take care, stay safe, and enjoy life. You too, Harley. Thank you for being here, my man. And read Dreaded Dinosaur Man on Webtoon. You've been told this is how you improve your life, people. You get smarter, and your hair will grow back, and you'll lose 10 pounds that way. Anyway, check out Mr. Hudson's work. He is a fantastic guy, and I love seeing him on these on-con shows. It's always a treat to be with you on those things. Harley Slavic has a link to a Facebook post there, and also another Facebook story there, and also Pixel Master Games. That's all his, as is the Harley Slavic store. And Meredith Logren says, please follow Brian on YouTube. Click the damn button and do it. That's what we're missing. It's the gentle soft sell. That must be it. Wow, Meredith, what would I do without you? I hope I never have to find out. So please join my YouTube channel, or we'll punch you in the throat. All right. Happy endings for everyone. And I can't wait to be on your show if there is some way I can help, says author Michaela Jade. Well, I've already got a couple people that want to do another couple shows. You're definitely on my list, sweetheart. You really are. Seriously want to have you on the show, because I think a lot of people will benefit from your experience. All right. And you don't want to look like a horrible man. That's right. I'm trying to be the best Manning I can be. I've already got enough to apologize for. I don't need anything else. So yeah, Rob had to slip that in there. So anyway, good for you, Rob. So anyway, please join us tonight. So anyway, there, and Rob's in his little cave now going, and Rick Bradley says, now that I know I can use my cell phone for the show, there should be less technical difficulties. Well, there you go. See, I say whatever works. Well, last night it was kind of fun on the Comics Cubed in Kokomo. Sean Hilton had everything set up, and he had a beautiful StreamYard arrangement there. He had a second camera for close-ups of the product, and he had the crawls working, and everybody had a name thing going on, and it was beautiful. Then about 20 minutes before the scheduled end of the show, we lost the picture and the sound. And it took him a couple minutes to scramble and get it back going. But it turned out he was using his camera, his cell phone, to be the camera for his show. And he thought he did. He plugged it into a power strip. Unfortunately, he forgot to check that the power strip was on. And someone who works in the store with him regularly goes, "We never have that power strip on. Why did you do that?" So anyway, he plugged it into a dead power strip, and the main camera basically died on the air. It was grisly. The Kokomo State's attorney's looking into it. It was that bad. But anyway, but it was a great show last night. And the Comics Cubed in Kokomo will have another show this coming Saturday that you will want to be at, because he's got all kinds of cool things. And he also has regular auctions, many of which benefit the community. The Comics Cube store has a scholarship that they give to a deserving high school senior to defray some of their college costs. It's very cool. And speaking of very cool, there is the one, the only Chuck Pinot. And EssenceHouseStory.com is the home of a fantastic time travel family drama serial podcast. I'd love for you to all to check it out. I would love for everyone to do that too, Chuck Pinot. Thank you very much for putting that in. That sounds cool. I think everyone should check it out. Ted Davies says, best serial to listen to when I draw. Love it. Check it out. Ted Davies Artistry Certifies. There we go. And that's almost as good as a Cookie approves. You know, that's up there in the pantheon there. And Cookie's ignoring me. That's fine. Mwah.
I heard my name.
You heard your name. It was nothing but love, honey.
Okay.
See, everybody likes you.
They like you too.
Oh, they're just using
like
me.
You better if you get off the screen.
Bye, everyone. No, Cookie just told me I'd love it better if you got off the screen. It's that dramatic pause there that makes it, honey. You know the secret of comedy is, right?
Nope.
Yeah, obviously. But no, there's an old joke. One man says to the other one, says, ask me what's the secret of comedy? And the second guy goes, well, what's the secret of timing? So anyway, and thanks, buddy. Hey, Chuck. Hey, we got to put that up there. There we go. We had it up there before. We had it up. Anyway, drink. Thanks, buddy. Much love, Chuck. Much love all the time, man. All the time. And Ken Keller mocks us with his laughter. No, and Ken, you don't have to worry. The show is falling apart the minute we launched this morning. So, and we, I told everyone earlier I found a GIF that I wanted to post this morning just for its own sake, and it's a beautiful picture, and it's labeled "My Life These Days" or something to that effect, and it shows this flood and this raging torrent going through the middle of the street, and in the middle of it you see this big blue dumpster, and flames are pouring out of the top, and I'm like, that's me. That's mine. And here we go. And Chuck Pinot identifies something that a number of people miss, obviously including myself. The secret of comedy is being funny. Oh, well, name one thing that I'm unafflicted with. Anyway, and much love back at you, brother. Seriously. Ken Keller, falling apart in style is the best way to do it. Well, I tell people that if you're a big fan of Schadenfreude, please tune in to Nevermind the Furthermore every morning at 10 a.m. Actually, next week we'll be on 3 times a week. We are going to our new schedule next week. But Ken, it's good to have you here, man. And Meredith Longren says it's lunchtime. #feed Cookie now. And she's like, yeah, dumbass, get off the air. So anyway, thank you, Meredith. And thank you for everything. I will check out my new gift later. Meredith is always so nice to me. I ask her for something and she gives it to me. Of course, I gave her my package earlier and she loved handling it so much that ever since, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, Carl Wisman's going to close out the show. Have a great one, everyone. See you tomorrow. You too, Carl. Thank you for being here. In fact, I'm going to close out with some more good comments. Rick Bradley, everyone here, take care and stay creative. The same to you, brother. Hope you have a great day. And Ken Keller, I hope you have one too. Always good to be here. Ken, you are always welcome here, my friend. And please, I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you back here soon. So we are going to close it out on that. And as we have there, we're also going to, what have we got here? I packaged your RT2 rewards yesterday. You should be in the mail soon. Yay, Kim. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Seriously, I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And I'm going to be bragging on you. So get ready. I wrote the other day in a piece that will be appearing on YouTube soon, that we're gonna just slather your backside with so much praise and butt kissing that you're gonna need a squeegee to sit down properly. Anyway, Donna Carlene says bye, everyone. Donna, mwah, thank you for being here. So glad you're here. I'm always glad you're here. And Ted Davies, thank you, Brian, for all you do. We'll see you at 4 p.m. Yes. Thank you for all you do too, Ted. And Ted Davies, like I said, will be my guest this afternoon. Red Talon. I remembered, Ken. I remember. I was just shortening it. This show timetable, man, operates like that. And sweet. And that, Ken Keller, is the first thing I thought of when I saw that you were going to get my stuff in the mail, and everyone else's too. Thank you so much, Ken, for all that you do. But anyway, Ted Davies says thank you, and thank you again, and appreciate it. I really do. And see you at 4 p.m. That's right, 4 p.m. today. We will be having a special episode of Clever Title Pending on the OnCon Network here on Facebook. Also, the Comic Book Advocates on Facebook and on YouTube, where the picture and sound quality are better, as well as my page and several others. But anyway, we will be interviewing Ted Davies. He's got some incredible news for us, and as indie creators, we're going to want to hear it. It's something that I heard it, and it's the sort of thing that I thought, well, if he can do it, I can do it too, maybe one day. And anyway, we're going to be talking about Ted Davies' career and his artistry and his broadcasting, all kinds of things. It's going to be a real casual conversation, but we hope you bring your questions, because Ted has got a lot to educate you in, and he's the guy to do it. So please join us this afternoon at 4 p.m. on the OnCon Network, or wherever you're watching this show right now. We will be broadcasting to those platforms, and we hope to see you there at 4. Further programming notes. Let's see. That's it for me today. Tomorrow we will have the another episode of Nevermind the Furthermore at 10 a.m., 9 a.m. Central. And tomorrow night at 4 p.m. will be the Comics Noob with Meredith Logren. We insist that you go there and watch that, because she's awesome and entertaining. And then there's going to be a special writers conference that I believe is free to the public. It's being put on by the Indie Author Book Expo of Iowa. And I will be on at 2 p.m. Talking about my how I accidentally became a full-time author. And we hope you bring your questions, because if I can teach you, I'd be glad to share my information with you. I ain't hoarding nothing. And Saturday we'll also have another Nevermind the Furthermore, but it will be our final Saturday episode. We may have some specials every now and then, probably on YouTube. So speaking of which, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got 58 people there, I believe, and we'd love if you were the 59th. And I ought to give out like special stupid awards to people, for being like the 68th one, maybe the next one too, the 114th or whatever. Anyway, please go to my channel, please, and please give us a little love. And the more people that subscribe to us there and like the posts and share, improves my algorithms, so I get discovered, and thus when you promote on my show, you get discovered too. See, it works out for everyone. All right. And so we are going to take off now. And again, we will be back tomorrow morning on Nevermind the Furthermore. Also, don't forget the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, where we post new material 3 or 4 times a day now. It's almost like we've got nothing else to do. But anyway, well, we do. But we love publishing there, and we love getting the information out to you. We've got information, videos, memes, all kinds of stuff that the young kids like, as well as news. So check out Rising Tide Publications. Also, risingtide.pub. That's where we loiter on the interwebs. And you can go there and sign up for my monthly newsletter, which we see scrolling across the board right now. But you can go to risingtide.pub and sign up there too. Or send me your email address, and I will put the email address into my logs. And we will never give away or share or distribute your information in any way. You will get no junk mail because of Rising Tide. I promise you. And also, we are putting a link down below. We don't talk about it much. We choose not to. But we also have a tip jar. If you appreciate what we're doing and appreciate what you see and hear on here, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening to us on Spotify or iHeartRadio, welcome to our new audience there, by the way, on all 3 channels. We are grateful for your your time spent with us, and we hope you'll make us a habit. But anyway, we have a tip jar now that if you wish to donate to us, it will go towards improving the look and sound of our broadcasts as well as the look of our publications. All right. And all contributions will be privately and gratefully acknowledged. You can contribute to us via paypal.me/Rising Tide BKM. That's paypal.me/Rising Tide BKM. And like I said, all contributions will be gratefully and privately acknowledged, so I won't embarrass you in public. I embarrass myself, and that should be enough. But anyway, folks, we are going to call it a morning here. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for watching this show and participating in it. Thank you for promoting yourself, because that's part of the reason we do what we do. And we hope that you have a more than excellent Thursday. And we hope to see you this afternoon on special Clever Title Pending on the Oncon Network at 4 p.m. with Ted Davies. And anyway, we're going to sign off here. We hope you have an excellent day. Be sure to do something nice for somebody, and be sure to do something creative too. I think it benefits not just you, but the whole community. And as always, folks, stay smart, stay safe, wash your damn hands, and never apologize for being awesome. Have a fantastic day. We'll see you tomorrow on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Thank you for tuning in to Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Publications and Brian K. Morris production. Member of the Comic Book Advocating Network and sponsored by GeekInsider.com. Become part of our show with sponsorship and advertising opportunities. For details, contact advertising at geekinsider.com or visit podcast.geekinsider.com. The Geek Insider podcast is available on your favorite app, so please hit the follow button and share it out to your friends, because if you don't, you might have to turn in your geek card.